Assalamu alaikum student mathematics 4024. Welcome to Maths Guru. I hope you all are fine. I am fine too, Alhamdulillah. In this video we will solve one question on further trigonometry, and this question has been taken from the past papers. And let's just move on to the solution of this question. The figure is already drawn in the question. There are two triangles in this question. One triangle is triangle ABC, the bigger triangle, and the second triangle is inside the first triangle, and it is the smaller triangle, that is triangle ADC. And some dimensions of both the triangles are given, and they are mentioned on the figure, as you can clearly see it. So let's just move on to the first part. The first part says we have to find the length of side BC. Since BC is a part of the bigger triangle, that is triangle ABC, so what I have done over here is that I have drawn the figure again, and this is the bigger triangle ABC, and the two sides AB and AC are given. The side AB is 8 centimeter, so I have write 8 centimeter over here. This is side AB, and the side AC is given as 11 centimeter. So this is side AC, and this has been given as 11 centimeter. And do I know any angle of triangle ABC? Yes, I know angle A. Angle A will be this complete angle, since we are talking about the bigger triangle ABC. So this complete angle will be taken as A. So 26 plus 30 will give me 56. So this is the value of angle A, that is 56 degrees. So now I will choose the strategy, the formula which I will use to find out the side. I know that since this is a non-right angle triangle, so there are two tricks, two formulas, and the first one is the sine rule and the second one is the cosine rule. So I have to pick among these two strategies, these two techniques. Since I know included angle and two sides over here, so I will go for cosine rule, because I know that cosine rule is applied when we have two sides and one included angle. So this is the included angle because it is in between the two given sides. So the first side is AB, which is given as 8 centimeter, and the second side is AC, which is given as 11 centimeter, and this is the angle which is in between these two sides. So this is the included angle. So I will be going for cosine rule, because the application of cosine rule clearly says that we can use cosine rule when we have one included angle and two sides. So there are two types in cosine rule. The first formula is for the length, and the second formula is for the angle. And I know the pattern to write the formula, so I am starting with the pattern. The pattern says that whenever you have to find the length of a side, you will start off with the name of that side. So since I have to find BC, so I will start off with BC. This is BC, and I have to put a square on it because it is cosine rule. BC square is equals to, since I have to find this side, I will start after equals to side, I have to write the other two sides with the square. So 8 square plus 11 square, and then comes the sign of a negative, then comes 2, and then again in the bracket I have to multiply the first two sides, 8 and 11. So I will write 8 in bracket and 11 again in the bracket, and then since it is a cosine rule, so I will use cos and the included angle, that is 56 degrees. And now I just need to have a calculator, and I will put all the values in the calculator and just press equals to get my final answer. And don't forget to take the square root in the end as well, because this is BC square. So first you will find out the answer of all these three terms, and don't forget to put a bracket over here, because sometimes uh, the calculator does not understand the BODMAS rule, so there is a chance of error. So just put a bracket after the minus sign, because this is all one term. So you have to multiply all these four things: 2 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 11 multiplied by cos 56. That will give you a single answer. And this is 8 square plus 11 square minus this answer will give you a number, and you have to take the square root of that number in order to get the length of side BC, that is coming out as 9.30 centimeters. And this is the final answer, 9.30 centimeters. You can also round it to 9.31 as well, that is acceptable as well also. The second part says that calculate the obtuse angle ADC. and we have to find the angle in the second part. Again, it is a non-right angle triangle, so cosine rule or sine rule, we have to pick one. So what I have done over here is that I have again drawn the figure, and since we have to find the angle ADC, so I will just draw triangle ADC, which is the smaller triangle, and this is triangle ADC. So this side DC is given as 6.5 centimeters. The side AC is 11 centimeters. We know that, and side AD is not given, and this angle is given as 30 degrees. So since I have to find out angle D, and what I have over here is that I have two sides and one non-included angle. These are the two sides, and this angle is non-included angle. So if I recall, I can say that I can use sine rule over here, because the application of sine rule clearly says that we can use sine rule when we have one in non-included angle and two sides. So I will start off with the formula. The formula says that if you have to find out the angle, you will keep the angle in the numerator. So since we have to find the value of angle D, so I will write sine D in the numerator, and in the denominator the side which is opposite to this angle, that is 11. 11 will come in the denominator, then comes the equals to sign, and now I have to pick one pair whose opposite side and angle is given. So this is the angle 30 degree which is given, and the side opposite to this angle is also given 6.5. So I will just take this as my next pair. So this will be sine 30, and it will be divided by 6.5. So in order to go further, I will just cross multiply, and this sine 30 will be multiplied with 11. So 11 multiplied by sine 30 and whole divided by 6.5. Again, I will take out my calculator, and then I will just pick the values. Sine 30 equals to multiply by 11, and the whole answer will then be divided by 6.5, equals to 57.8. It is coming out as 57.78, so I am just rounding it off to one decimal place. It is coming as 57.8. Since I need to find out the obtuse angle of ADC. This is an acute angle because it is less than 90 degrees. So what will I do? I will just subtract this angle by from 180. So this will be 57.8. 180 minus 57.8 will give me a value of 122.2. So this is the answer of this part. This part has 3 marks, and you have to find the obtuse angle. If you are leaving your answer over here, this is not an obtuse angle, so 1 mark will be deducted, as you were not able to find out the correct answer. The correct answer is 122.2 degrees. This is the right angle because this is the obtuse angle, and you know that sine rule gives us always two angles, one is acute and one is obtuse, and so we need to find out both the angles in this part, because the question already mentioned it that you will have to find out the obtuse angle ADC. So this is our answer. Angle ADC is 122.2 degrees. So now we will move on to the third part. In the third part, we have to find the percentage of triangle ABC that has been shaded. So since a specific area has been shaded, so area means what shape is it in? It is a triangular area. So this means we have to find the area of the triangle first. The area of this triangle, smaller triangle, and since we have to find the percentage, we know that in percentage, the denominator is the total. So since the question says that the percentage of triangle ABC means triangle ABC is the total. So we have to find two areas in this part, and the first area is of the bigger triangle, that is ABC, and the second area will be of the smaller triangle, that is ADC. So since it is a non-right angle triangle, and we have to use a formula, and we know that we have a formula to find out the area of the non-right angle triangle. So we are starting off with the area of the bigger triangle first. The total means triangle ABC. So I will be using the formula. The formula says half multiplied by the two given sides, and included angle is this complete angle, which is 56. Again, use your calculator to find out the answer of this part. The area of the bigger triangle is coming out as, if you want to round it off, you can round it off like 36.48 centimeter square. This is the area of the bigger triangle. Since we have to find out the percentage, so we need to know the total area because this will come in the denominator. So now what about the numerator? We have to find the area of the shaded part, that is the smaller triangle. So we will again use the same formula, but the problem over here is that we do not know the included angle. We know these two sides, 6.5 and 11, but we do not know this angle. So we need to find out this angle first. We know that this angle is 122.2 degrees, since we have calculated the value in the second part. This is 122.2 and this is 30. So what we will do, we will just subtract these two angles from 180 in order to get the third angle. So 180 minus 122.2 plus 30. This is the method of finding out the third interior angle of a triangle. We know that the sum of interior angles of a triangle is equals to 180, and when two angles are given, we can find out the third angle, and our third angle is coming out as 27.8. So this is the third angle, which is 27.8. So now we will use this angle to find out the area, because the formula has a limitation, and in the formula we have to use the included angle. So area of the smaller triangle, that is ADC, is half, again multiply by the two given sides are 6.5 and 11. So we will multiply these two sides, 6.5 multiplied by 11, and then multiply by sine of included angle, that is sine of 27.8. So now again use your calculators to find out the area of the smaller triangle. So both the areas are here. Now we just need to divide them and multiply by 100 in order to get the percentage. The answer is 6.67 centimeters square. And now we need to find the percentage. We know that in percentage we always uh, put the thing which we have to find out in the numerator. So we have to find out the shaded part. So the shaded part, the area of the shaded part is 16. So we will just write 16 in the numerator, and the shaded part, and this is the total part, and we have to multiply it with 100 in order to get the percentage. So again, take the help of the calculator and find out the answer. The percentage is coming out as 45.7%. So that was the percentage of triangle ABC that has been shaded, and this was the most difficult part of this question. The first two parts were easy, as you know that you just have to need to know the cosine rule and the sine rule, and you just have to plug in the values to find out your required answer. But this part was important, because if you are not able to find out the obtuse angle, you will not be able to find out the shaded area, and if this value is wrong, this answer will also be wrong. So they both are connected, and you need to understand the question, the language of the question very carefully, and then you have to move on with the strategy and the formulas.